You know what? You're
My
right.
claps were way better.
Okay.
Welcome, guys, off the Mat podcast with one of your hosts, Brian Harris, is your other host.
And this is I am Keith McMillan.
Yeah, he's the black guy on the shirt. The fuck you need to point it out, motherfucker?
I thought it'd be cool.
Yeah, that's me. In case you couldn't tell,
Yeah. Without the glasses.
without the glasses. Keith likes to remind me of that.
Yeah.
So, about these shirts, actually, I was actually asking for an update on these shirts. What's good with them?
I don't think there's no update. I don't think we've discussed it. We've been so busy with the kids and her kids.
Mother's Day and
Mother's
your birthday.
My birthday. That's right, bitches. It was my birthday.
Oh God. Okay. That's the kind of day we're gonna have. All right.
No, it's not. No, I think that look. My birthday turned 31 years old. And it's a day for me. Like, it really is. And I'm not, 21 and 25 years old. And
Why is 25 memorable though?
I don't,
'Cause I turned 25 last year, and I was like, all right, cool.
I don't know. I think if you were more of an alcoholic, you'd appreciate it.
But 25?
Yeah, you're like halfway through your 20s, and in your 20s are supposed to be like the most like experimental, great years where you can like, you're like in this prime of life, and you're like, you feel immortal, and you're trying new drugs, and I mean, this is if you're in that lifestyle. And some of people are, just graduated from college, and the 20s are like a big thing. So 21 and 25, for whatever reason, I made it a big deal, and obviously. When I turned 30, I went to the club and got bottle service.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I wanted to feel.
So wait, 30 for your 30th birthday, you went to the club, got bottle service.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I went to Aura and got bottle service with my coworkers and my friends, and I drank like I was 21 again.
How'd that go?
Oh fucking dude! The older I get, the worse the hangovers are. Like, they are just nasty. They put me out of commission for like 2 days.
Isn't that crazy that hangovers can do that? I experienced my first 2-day hangover like a year and a half ago, and I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, because you're literally putting
You're
poison.
fucking dead. Yeah, you're just dead.
You're putting poison into your body, and your body's like, "What? Why are we doing this for?
Yeah.
For what?"
Yeah, I don't drink anymore now, man, at all.
Yeah.
Just so you know, your mic's about to fall through the slotty slot.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so. Check it out on my angle right here. See this? Look, you're over the mic. See that? It's supposed to be like right here. Yeah, you're gonna
Okay.
do your thing. Whatever. See how mine is right here? Look, nice, safe, and secure.
Oh, yours is up a little.
See what I'm saying? Yours is like.
I appreciate that. Taking the time out, you could have stopped me after. It'll be okay, man.
I just want to
Trust the process.
Okay. I just wanted to protect our equipment, but that's
Right.
to each his own. Anyways, birthday, turned 31.
Turned
So
31.
no bottle service this year.
No bottle service. I wanted to, but
You wanted to do bottle service?
I just don't know what to do to like make it exciting. And for some reason, being a raging alcoholic,
Fucking go get a chocolate cake. Go get a cake.
bro. No, I don't want to just eat. I mean, I did just eat. This year I did just eat. After the fact, now I'm happy. I got to spend. It was also Mother's Day, and it's my ladies and our first Mother Day with the babies. So I made sure it was a really special day for her. I got her a couple gifts, and then I got her crabs and baked potato, and we had a real nice dinner.
Wait, you made crab?
Yeah,
How do you make crab? You have to like boil that shit?
yeah. You can bake it.
I've never made shellfish like
Delicious.
that. I've never made shellfish like that. so
Delicious, man.
I don't know I don't know how to do it. I always thought you boiled it, but I've never I've never seen it.
I did the adult thing too, and I worked that day too.
Nice.
Yeah, I worked
I've worked on my birthday. I've never taken off for my birthday except my 21st was the last time. And since then, 21st and under, I took off for my birthday because I was like, it's my birthday.
What'd you do for your 21st birthday?
Not shit. I think it was me, my family, and a few friends. We went to the thing to do in St. Louis is go across the river to Illinois over at Fast Eddie's.
Okay.
So there's a Fast Eddie's over there. So
What is Fast Eddie's? I have no idea what that is.
It's like this. It's this huge place that they basically there's really no way to describe it. It's actually just a bar, but it's like
Okay.
it's
Just
like
say it's a bar.
yeah, but it's like a warehouse. I don't know. It's hard. It's like a very touristy type thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you wouldn't know about it unless someone told you about it. Really.
It's a warehouse. What's in this warehouse? There's like pool tables and
I gotta show you.
dartboards.
I gotta show you
Okay.
pictures afterwards.
Well,
There's like a whole big open area, and that's like the thing to do is when you turn 21, you go to Fast Eddie's because you get a certain amount of drinks for free whenever you're at Fast Eddie's. You get a free shirt, all kinds of shit. And it's like I spent my 21st at Fast Eddie's, but even if it's not your 21st, it's still like fun as hell to like go there as an adult and spend the day with your friends. You know, if you're like day drinking with friends, the food there is great, and it's a cool place.
I never understood why 20. I mean, obviously because you're legal now, you can go to bars.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, I've been drinking, since I was 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
Not a humble brag, but and when I turned 21, I still was like, this is exciting. I have a reason now to be drunk. And I went to a local bar in my hometown. I was home for my 21st birthday. And I go out with my buddies. And my friend, they're both my friends now, but he had a roommate named Corey. And Corey's like, it's your 21st birthday. He's older than us. And he's like, you know what? You're going to have an open tab tonight. He's like, I'm going to make sure you have a great 21st birthday. So we go to like this like local bar that's like full of rednecks and my black ass. And they have a jukebox there and everything. So, I'm putting in my music. Like, we're having a good time. And everyone's kind of like turning around. Like, what the fuck? We play country here. But I'm playing music. We're playing pool. I was really in the pool at the time. And I went out with a couple of friends. And I start drinking. I have an open tap. All this liquor I've never tried before. Growing up drinking, I only stuck to certain liquors that I knew. I knew what I did and didn't like. And sorry, the ambulance is coming by, people. I don't know if that's picking up. And I start like trying everything.
Yeah.
I literally had vodka, whiskey, rum.
Is this
tequila.
the whenever that chick gave you the kill shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kill shot, the one that fucking put you in the
Yeah, so
you're like bumping into motherfuckers.
Yeah, so I'm
They're
like
about to fuck you up.
Definitely. So I get drunk and everything, and now I'm drinking. Now I'm fucking, open tab. I'm ordering like every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Let me get this. And not only now that I'm older, I understand how to like take my time, but I'm ordering shots. So I'm not even like ordering drinks. I'm literally like, let me get a shot of tequila. Ooh, what type of whiskey is that? Let me get a shot of that. Like a dumbass, like running around. So now I'm fucking hammered. And I am hammered and I'm a little horny. I wanna meet a chick, and because it's my first day at the job, I'm hitting on the bartending. Bartenders, especially working with them in the service industry, they don't want to be bothered. Especially not by an idiot. They want you to come in, they smooze you up a little bit, you tip, you get the hell out of there. It's not like every bartender that works is looking to take home a guy. So I'm hitting on this bartender, and she's annoyed.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, maybe I was kind of funny, but now at this point, I'm slurring. I'm just wasted. I'm sure, like, because of my short-tracked mind, every 2 seconds I'm bothering her.
Yeah.
So she's like, hey, sweetheart. She's like, you know what? It's your birthday, right? And I was like, yeah, my 21st. And she's like, let me get you a shot on the house. And I was like, awesome. In my mind, I'm like, man, I've been wearing this chick down all night. Finally, she's giving in to me.
Yeah.
And she gives me this shot, which is 151 Bacardi rum and 101 Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
She just took it. As soon as I shot it, instantly, like right in my mouth. Throat came right in my mouth side. Get up, run to the bathroom. I bump into like this big fucking biker dude, and I just puke everywhere. And then obviously, so now I'm out. Luckily, the guy must have been in a good mood because he came out to my friends. He was like, hey, normally I would have kicked that kid's ass, but I see how fucked up he is. So I'm going to let it go this time. And yeah, and they had to come to the bathroom and they like had to carry me out the bar. And that was my 21st birthday.
You probably shouldn't drink, Keith.
Back then, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell that story already?
Yeah. Yep. That's the second time we heard that.
On camera?
Yep. You're
Are you sure?
I promise you.
Because I feel like, with the Faison love story too.
I promise you. The Faison love story, I fucked up. I had gotten that mixed up with D-Ray.
Okay.
But this one, I promise you, like that, yeah.
Well, sorry, folks. I'll edit that part out.
Will you, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Either way, it don't matter. No, I've never understood that, though, as far as, like, even once I turned 21, like, I didn't understand, like, drinking at a bar. Like, I never got that. Like, I understood, like, going to the bar at night with, like, a group of friends and, like, going out for the night, right? Like, I understood that. But, like, one time, my buddy Bud, like, he had just gotten off work. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. I just got off work. And he was like, I just got off work, too. You want to meet me at it was Dog Prairie. It was a local bar. He's like, you want to meet me at Dog Prairie? And I was like, sure. So then I stopped there and we were, like, had a beer. And it was, like, nice and everything. But then, like, after, like, I was, like, halfway through the second beer. And I'm like, what are we doing? It's like, I want to go home. Like, and right. I've just spent $8 on beer that I could have bought like 4 times as much if I went to the store. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know, and I've just never understood it, like, in that sense.
The attraction, the way people come to the gym is the way some people unfortunately go to the bar. It's like their hangout spot. It's a place for them to get away from the world. And unfortunately, some of them have that disease of being an alcoholic, and other people go, and some people use it as a place to meet chicks and try to hook up.
Yeah.
And other people, like, I used to like going to the bar that had pool tables. I thought that was cool. Like,
yeah.
Like, I never, you know, as many stories as I tell, sometimes if we get a group of guys that like playing pool, we'd go out, have a couple of beers. It wasn't like all about like getting hammered, and, you know, I'd have like a beer or two and just play pool all night and have fun and be competitive. And I like doing that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't go, but I never understood people, like, when I was bartending and
like going out to get drunk like that.
Yeah. When I was bartending and I would open the bar, I'd have the same regulars like every Sunday or something.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
And they would come in and, you know, work was crazy.
That was the thing. It was like 3 people in there too. I was like, this is kind of depressing right now, bud. Like, why are we here?
Yeah, day drinking is
It was like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I never really.
Sun was still up. They like didn't even have a bouncer. Guys, like, it was, dude. It was sad. It was fucking sad. It was fucking sad.
That day drinking at the bar is very sad, and that's the lifestyle that they live, you know. But at night, obviously, you understand the appeal, right?
Yeah, no, like, I get that. Like, if you go out with your friends and shit, like, obviously we've all done that.
Yeah.
That just doesn't appeal to me anymore. Like, that was cool a few times whenever I did it, but I'm just not into that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm a homebody like a motherfucker.
Well, of course, you're a gamer, you know, and I think
even if I wasn't, I still would be a homebody like a motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm introvert as hell.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
You know, I think
is that your cord?
Yeah, man.
Your cord out of my fucking life. I actually got your cord stuck on my mic stand.
You do now. No, the life, it's sad, and after a while, I would always want to be like, God, why don't you guys go do something? Because day drinking, I never understood, because you ruin your entire day.
Unless you're, like, on vacation, then day drinking's, like, the thing to do.
Yeah, but even, I get
like a darty, like a day party.
But people that, like, drink, like, anywhere before 5 o'clock, let's say, and you get drunk before 5 o'clock, it's like, your day is ruined now. What, are you going to sober up and still have a night?
Yeah, no. For the most part.
The only thing left to do now is go to sleep. Yeah. And try to sleep off your drunkenness.
Yeah. For the most part, you might be able to tough it out.
No, get the fuck out of here.
No. Yeah, no.
Especially the older you get, fuck out of here.
Yeah. But no, I recently just stopped completely just because my body just doesn't handle that shit the same way, dude. I think it's mostly because of, like, hard liquor. But for real, I noticed it whenever I went out to Hawaii. Like, I noticed it the first day I went out to Hawaii because it was like I was jet lag as fuck, you know, like my time's all off and I was just off in general. And even my appetite, I didn't mention this before, but my appetite for like the first like 3 days I was in Hawaii was completely wrong. Like, I didn't eat much at all just because I wasn't hungry. Like, everything was just off. And like, it was the next day after we had gotten there and I got 2 Mai Tais, right? Because I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink on the beach. And I had those two, and I was like a little buzzed, a little tipsy, but I just felt like fucked up. Like I felt like I felt off, right? Like my stomach felt weird, and I just felt uncomfortable, you know? I was like, something's not right, and I'm not feeling right, you know? And I know I'm not like about to like get sick or anything like that, but like I just don't feel good.
Yeah.
You know? So then like after that, I was miserable for like 3 or 4 hours. Then once I calmed down, I went to the gym at the hotel, worked out for a little bit, and then I felt better. And I was like, so I'm not going to drink anymore, especially the rest of this trip.
You know, I got sick at my grandfather's funeral.
From drinking?
Yeah.
Like you were hungover?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Real disappointing. Real disappointing. And I went home. Obviously, my grandfather passed away, unfortunately. And he lived a wonderful life. A carpenter, a strong man. And we went home, and the night before, we kind of celebrated his life.
Mm-hmm.
Like the night before. And I wasn't even like drinking. I wasn't like putting him away because I'm around my family. Like I don't see a reason to black out or anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, I wasn't putting them away. I had like Dos Equis.
Yeah.
I had like a couple Dos Equis. And then my uncle was drinking Hennessy, like from the bottle.
Okay.
And he was like,
so your uncle's getting fucked up.
Yeah, he was getting fucked up. I mean, his dad just died.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You want a shot?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I took that shot of Hennessy, and instantly I just got sick. And literally, I was just done drinking. Like, I just didn't feel good, and I was like, you know, I'm done. And then I left to go home because I wanted to sleep it off. Because I was like, oh, I don't feel good. Then the next day, man, I was hungover. Like I was partying all night.
Yeah. I
legit felt that way, and we had to go to the funeral, and I made it through the majority of the funeral, man. And then towards the end, I literally had to get up and walk out and go throw up. Yeah, it was so disappointing. And yeah, I'll never forget.
I don't think that's the worst thing ever, though.
It's not the worst thing ever, but it sucked because...
Well, like, what do you mean disappointing? Like, why do you keep saying it's disappointing?
Because...
In what sense?
You know, I wanted to be there to attend the whole funeral, but I mean, I was so sick I had to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I left before they put it...
That's not... I mean, do you feel guilty for that?
No.
I was about to say, because I don't think that you should.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like you and your family and you were like celebrating his life, like that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, no, I guess it's not bad like I went out the night before, got shit-faced, and then went to this funeral.
Right, it's not like you went out with your boys and
Yeah.
fucking were acting a fool. It's like you were hanging out with your family, like trying to comfort people and...
Yeah, I was with family.
You know, yeah, that's way different. Way different.
Like,
that's acceptable.
I should have made it through the whole service, and I couldn't make it through the whole service. Like, I was so sick.
Someone throws up at my funeral... That's my guy right there. Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
All right, maybe
Hell yeah.
Maybe my grandpa was okay with it.
Hell yeah. He probably was.
All right.
He was probably
I'll live with that then. No more regrets.
He was probably like looking down like, Keith, stop being a little bitch.
Yeah. I hope not, but that's crazy.
He probably was.
Okay.
Either way.
He was a drinker.
No, man, but for real, that my body doesn't react well to that shit, so I'm just off of it now, so I'm just not doing it. It was never something that appealed to me anyway, so.
Yeah, I haven't felt the need to drink.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Because you've had issues with it before, right?
Yeah, you know, I go through my waves of like...
Your phases.
Yeah, where sometimes I want to drink and party and dance and do hood rat shit with my friends. And other days, like I'm in...
Where's that guy at now?
He actually went to jail.
For what?
He like did some hood rat shit when he was 18, and they were like, "Well, you're not a kid anymore."
Not a kid anymore. It's not cute.
Yeah.
What kind of hood rat shit did he do?
I swear to you, I think he stole another car.
Nice. Good job.
I could be totally wrong.
Good job.
For people that know, I imagine. God, good luck to that lady. For people that don't know, when I say hood rat shit with my friends, that was from a meme, a video years ago of a little black kid that was.
He was 11 years old.
Yeah, and he was talking about smoking cigarettes, and he was stealing his mom's car.
He stole his grandma's car, wrecked the fuck out of it. And they were like, "Why'd you do it?" He was like, "I just wanted to do hood rat shit with my friends."
Yeah. And then
that's why. Do hood rat shit with your friends.
And then he did, and now he's in jail.
Yeah. Once you're 18, that shit don't matter no more.
That's my fear. You want to ever talk about the biggest fear
What, that your kids will do hood rat
that
shit
my
with their
kids
friends?
will want to think that shit's cool. I don't know
Yeah.
how you steer them away. Like, obviously, I hope to play a major role in their life and be a damn good influence. But damn, when I see like little girls on Vines and TikToks talking shit, twerking, kids talking about smoking weed and wanting to do hood rat shit, that is so fucking scary. Like, where did the parents go wrong? You think? Obviously, I think a lot of that is the environment they're in.
Yeah.
But man, that's petrifying. I think
There's a fine line to it though, Like some motherfuckers, like they tighten the leash too much, and then their kids just rebel out and act fools.
Yeah.
And there's some people that just like there is no leash, and their kids just like, oh, he's gone.
See, I learned the hard way. Like, my mother allowed me to run the streets and suffer the consequences, whatever happened.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to my daughter because I don't want my daughters to go out because I know what it's like.
You gotta tighten up that leash, bro.
Yeah, but if I tighten it too much, they're gonna.
You can't tighten it too much. Yeah.
How do you?
There's
find that
certain
line,
things
though?
you gotta be tight on. And there's certain things you gotta be like, I don't give a fuck.
Like, I try to let things go, and I try not to think too much about the future. But I was watching a show, and these kids were having a sleepover, and I was like, "Oh my god, am I gonna let my kids go have a sleepover?" Like,
Yeah, you're gonna let them have a sleep. You're not. Gonna
at what age though? Girls are different. Girls want to.
Yeah. Let's see. I started spending the night. When was the first time you spent the night at a friend's house?
Maybe 13, maybe 12 or 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I was in second grade.
I mean,
Like 8 years old.
I'm sure there was times my mom. No, yeah, there were times in 6th grade and 5th grade. Yeah, you're right. My mother would drop me off, and I think
Like that was the thing to do. Like on the weekends, it's like, oh shit, can so and so stay over for the weekend? It's like my parents said yeah. Did your parents say yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Now some memories are coming back to me.
Yeah, come on, that was the shit.
But I'm already like, I watch I try to cherish every moment with them. I couldn't imagine. I don't want them to get to that age. They want to go out.
That's gonna happen. Every now and again, they're gonna want their friends to stay over though, and then you're gonna be like, "Fuck!" Now I got to deal with my kids and some other kids.
Then I can write a set.
You say it's cool until the third time they want to do it. 3 weekends in a row, back to back.
No, I'm gonna write.
Meanwhile, Julie's parents is like, "Fucking Keith will take our kids every weekend."
No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let the kids come over, and I'm gonna have a set list full of dad jokes. And yeah,
You're gonna put them through like your comedy skit.
oh, it's gonna be the worst time for the kids. Well, we don't want to go to your house anymore.
You're that dad.
Oh, definitely.
Nice. You remember that on what was it like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? When he was like, "We're gonna get marshmallows and toothpicks and make molecules." You're that guy.
Yeah,
That's you. Nice.
dude, I'm gonna be such an annoying parent, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
Annoying in what sense? Like how do you envision you being a dad
Because
in like 10 years?
I envision,
10 years, right?
I envision me being corny. Wearing
You don't have to try too hard to do that, pal. Don't worry about that. You got check. What else you got? What else you need?
Wearing jean shorts and fucking Nike New Balances and fucking barbecuing in my sandals and
How you gonna wear New Balances and barbecue in your sandals?
Well, I'm mowing the lawn. I wear white New Balances.
Okay.
And then when I'm barbecuing, I'm wearing sandals and I have a hat on. And
Are you wearing socks with your sandals?
no, I'm not. I probably will, but no.
What kind of sandals we talking? Like these? Like flip flops?
Yes.
What's wrong with these?
And
No, what's wrong with these? These are Brazilian, bro.
doesn't give a damn. They're still like old man flip flops.
How are these old man flip flops?
They are, man. That's
Bro.
what old men wear.
What?
Yeah.
You're
Rocking
tripping.
them, bro.
No, they wear the slides,
Okay.
but they're like made of rubber, like old tires and shit.
Old, exactly. You said the right thing. Old.
Yeah, not these. Fuck off. Anyways,
Yeah,
what else?
Barbecuing. I'm gonna put on my hits.
What's the hits?
My
What's on
Usher and Dr. Dre. Like, y'all don't know about this.
Y'all don't know about this shit right here.
You guys ever whipping Nene?
Oh my. What was it? There was something today that I'm trying to think. Fuck, I can't think of it. Heather today was like, Brian, Logan just asked me what this was, and I can't think of what it was, but it was something I was like, bro, he doesn't know what it was. I did have, so check this out. Can't say no names, obviously, but I did have a kid in one of my classes, right, that I was teaching, and they asked what time the class got out, and I said, or they asked what time it was, and I was like, "There's a clock right there," and I pointed at the clock on the wall, and they look at it, and they look back at me. This kid's 17, looks back at me and goes, "I can't read it."
Wait.
I was like, no. So I stopped class, taught that motherfucker how to read a clock.
There you go, man.
Hey, you got to do that. Like, you got to know how to do that shit. Like, where did we go wrong? When did we stop teaching that?
Well, everything's electronic now. Why does he need to learn how to read it?
That right there. See that,
I know.
See that clock
I
on the
get it.
wall? See the two over there? That's why.
I didn't get it. Like, when you were telling me the story, I was like, why is that a big deal? But I forgot. We had to be taught that.
Yeah.
We have to be taught.
Yeah, you don't just like look at a clock and you're like, oh, I know what that means.
Yeah, I know what time it is.
No, you had to be taught that. Yeah, that's a real thing.
My grandma, rest in peace, they had the old clock. They had like with the Roman numerals on it. So you really had to like start looking and be like, what's that I and a V for? Oh, okay.
Wait, so you knew how to like actually translate the Roman numerals?
Yeah, because I wanted to know when I was going
Fuck
to bed.
that, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Oh, there's 10.
Well, to be fair, Final Fantasy, all the like games are in Roman numerals. So I learned from that.
So you know Roman numerals because of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I also learned how to like increase my reading
What?
because of Final Fantasy.
What do you mean? Oh, because you have to read a shit.
Yeah, you had to read a shitload, and I was in 5th grade and didn't understand why the world was getting destroyed. So I would like actually take time and look shit up. And Final Fantasy helped me learn how to read.
Final Fantasy taught Keith how to read, guys. Now you know.
There you go. Tag Final Fantasy, guys. I want to get sponsored.
Good luck. Good luck. But yeah, didn't know how to read a clock. Fucked me up.
I forget.
Broke me. I was broke.
You know what kids don't have to do anymore, right?
They don't have to do cursive.
Yeah. Exactly. They don't have to. I remember
Cursive was a motherfucker.
Yeah, I almost failed the test because of cursive.
Cursive was a son of a bitch, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking hated cursive. Like we had to. Cursive was a nightmare. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I remember cursive and I remember we had to do
I will
our
say
test.
cursive. I agree. That's not necessary. Fuck, we need no cursive for.
Of course not. But back then, that was a part of their curriculum. Like that was something like you had to learn.
Yeah, because they didn't have computers, so they wanted to like write like nice letters. They had typewriters. So I guess that was the thing.
I remember when
you just need to know your signature. That's it.
I remember when I was in elementary school, and we had a computer class. And it was like the old school, like everything was still in black and white, and you had to like still give commands. Like, that's how old I'm talking about.
What do you mean you still had to give commands?
Like you had to
you
had to type in C, colon /
So yeah, you're on like the command prompt.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, and we had a floppy disk, and you would have to put in.
I remember the floppy disks.
We
didn't. Our computers weren't. No, we did have to type in commands.
Exactly.
We did. Now that you're saying it, that's right. We did. Holy shit. It didn't last long for me, though.
No.
It was like 2nd and 3rd grade. We had to use like commands to like open certain programs and shit.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Bring you back, man. Yeah,
That's
man.
wild. That's wild. Like, I ended up learning how to do that shit later on through like gaming years, like just learning computers in general. But like, I forgot they had us do that in class. That's fucking crazy. Oh,
that's a skill now.
Yeah.
That's a skill now.
Yeah, like, you pull up a command prompt on someone, they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, this is literally like the most basic shit for the computer,
man.
pretty much.
It's crazy, man. I remember the teacher would always, she's this old lady. She'd be like, and we had this one game called Path Tactics.
What's that?
I forgot what the game was about, but that's all I remember. It was a game, and computer day would be my favorite fucking day of the week.
You guys had to go to the computer lab, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
With the old, man, we'd go as a group, and she would tell us, and we'd just be typing shit in because we were fucking little.
Did you ever experience smart boards?
No.
Oh, that was the shit, man. Smart boards, that was like a thing whenever I was in like, I think those came out when I was in middle school. At least that's when we got them. But it was fucking.
What is it?
It's a white chalkboard, right? And they have like a projector that's connected, but it's not like a chalkboard. It's a piece of fucking technology.
Right,
really.
right.
And they have a projector that's connected to it, so the projector puts stuff on this board, and then you interact with it. like by writing stuff on the board and the fucking projector change.
Never had that.
So yeah, all kinds of stuff. And there's like a little toolbar off to the side, like you click your pen. Like you have to have a special pen to use it and whatnot. And there's a toolbar off to the side if you want to. It's essentially a computer.
Right.
It's a fucking computer that's projected onto a screen.
Man,
That's really what it boils down to.
You know, it's weird now. Kids nowadays like need a requirement to have like a tablet or something or a computer at school. That shit was taboo, like outlawed back in my day. Like if you try to bring your laptop to school, like in middle school or high school, like they'd be like, "What is that doing here?"
Yeah.
You know, because they couldn't really control it. Now with the Wi-Fi and everything, you can control what websites and everything. Right now, it's a lot more sophisticated. But back in my day, yeah, you couldn't fucking.
One thing that they talked about doing on like tests and things like that is letting motherfuckers use their phones.
Like, for what?
For tests.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're sophisticated enough in your technology and you can like ban them from certain websites.
Well, their whole idea behind it is like in a real life situation, if you needed to know the answer to this, you have your phone at your disposal, right?
That's true.
So why not let them use it?
Man,
I think it's terrible. They should never do that. Because no, you're fucking just cutting out so many like problem solving things right there. You know what I mean?
You know,
like figure it the fuck out, bitch.
Yeah, one of the big things is critical thinking. And
Try to remember.
If you don't have fucking...
You ever did that on the test where you come across a question and you know the answer, you can't remember the answer, and you just sit there and like try and think so fucking hard and you can't remember it?
That was like every test, but that's because I would always spend either the hour before or the night before studying for the test.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I half-assed the whole fucking portion of that section, and then like the night before, the hour before, I'd be studying, and I'd be like, I got this. This is fucking easy. And then it would come up.
Yeah.
It'd be like, which one of these are a computer? Glory MMA, Toyota, or Microsoft? And I'd be like, fuck, man, I feel like it's Microsoft. But Toyota sounds good, too.
Toyota sounds good, too. Plus, I just marked C 3 times in a row, so I can't do it a fourth time.
Dude, I would do that. I don't know why.
Everybody did that shit. Like, fuck, I did C 3 times in a row. Can't be C a fourth time.
Yeah.
But I know this is the right answer, so I'm going to change the second C to an A. Just because we got to mix it up.
Just that low level logical thinking would fuck.
You know what my shop teacher would do to fuck with kids? He would make up tests and make them all the same answer. So it'd be like a 30 question test, and all of the answers are C. It's C all the way down. So you would be on like the fourth or fifth one, and you're like, there's something not right. He was telling me about it one time. He said the first time that he did it, 5 kids didn't finish their tests.
Yeah, that's
because they just kept on going back and like erasing shit. This is an hour-long class, 30 questions.
Yeah.
You got an hour to answer 30 questions. Yeah. They went back so many times they didn't finish.
That drive me crazy.
Yeah, he loved it. He was dying laughing about it. He still passed them all.
Man,
just for being good sports. It was shop class. Fuck it.
Man, I never talked about when I went back to school, like for college, like 3 years ago.
No, what happened?
I went back to school and they had this standardized test.
Oh, like to get back in.
Yeah, the sheet, see what level I'm at. And I was at a college level for reading, was not at a college level for math, which makes sense.
I think no one is, though. Because I wasn't. Because I graduated high school, and then I waited like 2 years before I went to college, and they said the same thing.
Let me finish.
Oh, was it that bad?
It was bad. Like, because I cheated through high school in math.
Okay.
So I never learned, like, how to do proper math after, like, 9th grade. So
that's not good.
It caught up to me when I take that standardized test. And when I tell you I had to take like their basic class of like math, our first test was like, here's addition, here's subtraction.
You're lying.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
So how many semesters do you have to go through before you were at like the regular?
Well, they recommended
starting collegiate math.
They recommended the first level, but I could have started off like in the second level. So
how many levels were there before you were at?
2.
Like,
there's only 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So they recommended the first level and then the second level, and I was like, "Fuck it, whatever." Mind you, I'm paying out of pocket for this.
Yeah.
And yeah, we opened the book and it's like, all right, guys, you guys know what this sign is? And I was like,
you're like, fuck, I'm smartest kid in the class.
I excelled.
I
Straight
excelled.
Straight A's.
So wait, what were the other kids in the class saying?
Some of them were like foreign students.
Okay.
So like made sense.
Yeah.
And the others were just
not there.
Creatures like me.
Creatures like you?
Man.
Were they like in the same boat where they're like, are you fucking serious?
Some of them failed. Some of them would like fail a test. And I'd be like, bruh.
Bro, you're crying right now. You're straight crying right now thinking about this.
because look, I feel for them. I was in the class with them. So I'm not making fun of anyone that was in that class because I was sitting right there. But I mean, when I tell you that shit was crazy. When I tell you we started from fucking simple addition.
Yeah.
And then got up to division, and then people like started like dropping out. I was like, y'all, I will tutor y'all.
I will tutor y'all.
Like
that's what you should have done. You should have started a hustle.
Man.
You should have started taking tests from motherfuckers.
And get paid for it? They didn't know how to do addition.
Exactly.
Right,
then you could rob them.
All right, that was mean. Right.
Then you could rob them.
I had to break up a fight.
In your in this math class?
Yeah, it wasn't.
I bet you did. This is.
It's not funny. Look,
they had metal detectors before you went into the classroom.
Look, I was a part of this class, so I totally understand. I'm on the same level as these individuals, you know, and some of them probably went on and graduated college. I have not graduated college. I was with them. We're laughing. This is me. I'm with them. All right.
Okay.
So
you had to break up a fight. So what happened when you had to break up this fight? Tell me about the fight that broke out in basic math.
Bro, shit was hard. You get stressed out.
Okay, so you're
start dividing.
You're learning to subtract, and then motherfucker
was like, "What you mean 10 minus 9 is 1?" The fuck? You started throwing hands. You started. All right, man.
I can't fucking do it. I can't do
it. All right, man. This is mean. This is mean.
Fuck.
Oh man.
Oh shit. So tell me about the fight.
Hey, I got straight A's.
Yeah,
I went through a whole.
I bet you did.
Hey, I went through a whole semester, and they were like, college homework's gonna be like.
Can you draw in between the lines?
They were like, college homework's gonna take like an hour or two.
They just gave you a maze, and they're like, if you can get out of this, you're good.
What? He's making jokes. I was a part of this class, so I was there. I could. You take off the headphone. You're like seriously laughing.
I'm crying, dude. Oh my god. Oh fuck, that was good.
Shout out to my basic math class.
Oh shit.
Thank you guys.
You guys have flashcards and shit.
Bro, quit coming up with jokes so I can tell this damn story.
I'm sorry. Alright, go. My bad.
Gosh. Fucking Einstein over here.
Alright, no, I'm good. Just go. You just gotta go. Okay. You just gotta go.
So to be fair, it wasn't the first math class. It was the second one. The one right before you get to college level.
Okay.
All right. So it was a little better.
Okay.
We had 2 digits. And, no, this
you guys
kid,
moved on to multiplication and division.
To be fair, I think that was like first semester.
Oh my god!
If I can pull out the curriculum, I'm gonna go grab the curriculum.
Dude, you got to try and bring that next time if you can.
If I can find it, I might still have it somewhere. Because I was like, I would never forget this day in my life.
Okay, so fight breaks out.
No, the guy. It wasn't really a fight. It was like the guy was like on PCP or something.
What?
I swear to God. And so we're in class. And he was acting funny on class anyway.
Yeah.
And then he
like to where you think he's on drugs before shit starts popping off?
Not really, because I was just so embarrassed and focused on being there and just getting through the lesson.
Yeah.
That I was like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck about anyone else in this class. I would literally walk and sit at the front desk and just like zone everyone out.
Yeah.
And
because you're not like you're an adult.
You know, it's crazy.
You're just there to fucking get your schooling.
You know, saying I was embarrassed is a harsh term. I really do think that's harsh because clearly I needed to be there. I needed a refresher, and,
Yeah.
and it did help. Going through those courses, I mean, my mind worked a little quicker, and I felt more confident heading into college math.
Yeah.
And I did very well in college math when I eventually got there after a couple semesters. So I think it was a nice refresher course. And sometimes when you haven't done, that in a long time, it's nice to have that. Even, I mean, the basic shit, obviously the addition, subtraction, learning the signs and stuff was like, really? We're at that level? But I mean, and mine, it wasn't like a whole semester of it. It was just like the first week.
Yeah.
And then you would go into, subtraction and you would learn, all the terms and everything. So he came in and I would come in. I'd literally come in, sit at the first desk, pay attention, ask questions if I needed to, and just be there to learn for the first time. There was no jokes. There was no, Jester Keith that normally appeared throughout my
right. There's no reason for all that shit.
Right. There's no reason. Exactly. And I took it way more seriously, which I wish I would have did,
prior. Right.
I wouldn't be in that class. So he comes in, he's like acting weird. And then like falls out and has like a seizure. So we all leave the classroom because the teacher's like, in like one medical student, one of the kids that were becoming a medical professional stayed, and then the teacher stayed. And he gets up and we're going to call the cops. And once he hears the cops, he's like, I can't be here anymore.
Yeah.
Which is like a clear sign like, oh, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
So he like shoves the teacher. And because she's like trying to hold him, she's like, no, you just had a seizure. I need to protect you, make sure you're okay. And he's like, no, get off of me. He like shoves the teacher out the way. She hits the desk, obviously. Not like in a dramatic, like she didn't hit her head, but she like fell back on the desk. And he's like getting out, and they're like, someone stop him. There's multiple guys in the class.
Why is anybody trying to stop him?
I don't know.
Like, yo, if he wants to leave, let him fucking leave.
I will say he was a bigger dude. He was like a bigger.
But I don't see why it's an issue. Like, I get it. Like, if you want to suggest, like, hey, I think you should chill out and let an ambulance come here, then you can suggest. At the end of the day, I mean, he's a grown ass man. If he wants to leave, he can leave.
But I think that. Oh, you saying why not just let him leave?
Yeah, like I don't see why the teacher's like trying to get him to chill the fuck out.
Well, I mean, he just had a seizure. And I think she was more worried about the medical side of him getting behind the car, having another seizure, and potentially killing somebody.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So I think she's looking at it from that angle.
Yeah,
it's not like he was just like, I don't want to be here anymore, and then she'd like stop him, like, no, you need to learn. Like, he legit just had a seizure.
Well, no, I know, and I get that, but yeah, I get that.
So we already called the cops. We already called the ambulance. So her idea was like, was like wait for the ambulance and for them to show up.
Gotcha.
So she's like, someone do something, and because of the era and the technology, people pull out their phones. No one's doing anything.
Hell no.
So then she looks at me. She's like, "Can you help?" And I was like, "Fuck." So let's say he was like Orlando size, but a little taller.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't want to have to go to war with this kid. So I literally like shoot him for like a double leg takedown.
Wait, when was this?
This was years ago. This was like when I first joined the gym.
Okay.
I shot him for like a poor double leg takedown.
That's why I asked how long ago was this,
Yeah,
because I'm trying to gauge how well this double leg was.
And I put his back against the wall, and then I kind of like, reap the leg, and I get him down against the wall. Now I'm on top of him. I'm mounting him, and he's starting to fight me.
Like punch you.
He's trying to, but But I have him mounted, and at least I knew how to secure mount.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have him mounted, and finally, when people see him, like I got the best of him, then people jumped in.
Oh,
like,
of course.
held him down.
Now they feel safe.
Yeah. So finally, this kid came and tried to hold it, held down his legs, and then I was just on top of him with my weight, just holding him down, and
you guys waited for the cops.
Waited for the cops, and then EMS showed up, and then I got scared when the cops showed up because I was like, "Yo, what if they think we're like fighting?"
Yeah.
And then so soon as like the cops like walked in the door,
you like got up with your hands up.
You're like, it wasn't me. Yeah, I like rolled off and was like, "Yo, like that's him on the ground," because they were like, "What's going on?" Because now other classes like coming out to spectate what's going on. Mind you, only me and this one kid were helping. I could have used another hand. I'm fighting off his hands.
So that's what you're really upset about, is no one else
because
helped.
everyone's just watching. We're in that age of World Star and shit, so people just want to see chaos.
Yeah,
they don't care about what's happening to the actual individual. They just want to see chaos. So, Yeah, the cop showed up. I rolled off and yeah, found out the kid was like, he was like high on drugs like the night before he went out and got like fucked up and tried to come to class.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
I told you about. I probably have told this story before, but this reminded me of a story. I was in. This is back when I was in St. Louis in Hazelwood. I was in class, and they would bring the drug dogs through every now and again.
What year? Like wait, what level of school?
Oh, 8th grade, middle school.
Okay.
Middle school. Like going into high school. And it was like a weird transitional period too, to where like some of the 8th grade classes were actually at the high school. So like they had 4 different schools in the area, north, south, east, west.
Right.
And then some of them, they just put a few trailers at the actual high school. So there was like a little 8th grade class that was at the high school.
Right.
So I was in class and they come over to the announcement and they're like, because they would bring drug dogs through every now and again. They would just let teachers know like, hey, we're bringing dogs through.
Damn, you went to that type of high school?
Yeah. And keep your students in classes, while we're doing this. Because I guess they would do that because I guess the drug dogs were like, I don't know if they were like aggressive or what. If there was like a student walking about while they're bringing drug dogs through, like, I don't know how that works exactly.
So wait, they made an announcement just to the teachers or to like
to the teachers?
Okay, so it's not like they were over the intercom, like
no, it was over the intercom, but it was to the teachers,
and they would
come over the intercom and they were like, teachers, please keep all students in their classrooms during this next period of time. Bringing the drug dogs through.
Yeah,
I mean they would sound a little more official than that, but yeah, essentially that's what they would say. They're bringing drug dogs through, and that's what it is. So they came over the announcement one time I'm in class, and it was like a creative writing class, so there was like multiple grades in this class. So mind you, this was part of the high school too. So there's some high school kids in my class, right? And I'm in 8th grade.
Right.
And this guy was one of the high schoolers. I have no idea who he is. He was like a grown-ass man. But they come over the intercom and they were like, hey, drug dogs are coming through. Keep all your students in your class. Keep everybody in their seats, yada, yada, yada. Right when that intercom cuts off, this dude stands the fuck up and marches right out. Just starts walking out. They're like, all right, keep everybody in your class. Drug dogs are coming through. Stood up, walks out. She's like, the teacher's like, hey, sit back down. He just doesn't even acknowledge her. Just beelines it right past her. And she like puts her hands out to stop him. He just walks through her. Like doesn't knock her over. She doesn't put it up a serious attempt to stop him. But yeah, never saw him again.
Oh, really?
Never saw him again. I have no idea what happened to him. But yeah, no, that's like one of my fondest memories of St. Louis, like looking back at it. Because I just remember because that was like, I don't know. That was one of those oh shit moments for me. Where it was like, oh damn, it's like that. Because it was like the beginning of the year. It was like within the first month. So like I'm still like getting acclimated and everything. And they fucking hit that announcement. And this dude just stands up and marches out of class. I'm like, oh, so it's like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
That's crazy, man. You went to that type of school. I didn't realize how privileged my like life was for a little bit.
I was privileged as a motherfucker. Yeah. We were just in a rough area at the beginning.
Well, but I've never like I would go to the rough areas, but I never had to live in the rough areas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when I was growing up, I grew up like in a nice neighborhood. It wasn't like a cul-de-sac or anything, but my mother made sure I grew up in the right neighborhood. The kids that I was around, we made sure that we were trying to almost kind of live that lifestyle for whatever reason, because of the music, the way we were so easily influenced. We wanted that lifestyle. We wanted to believe that we were coming up and we had to sell dope on the corner. And
see, it was like for the area that I was in specifically, it depended on the neighborhood that you went in, really.
Yeah,
because you could have, because the neighborhood I was in wasn't all that bad, like the actual neighborhood itself, but the neighborhood right next to it was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
and it was just weird how like two neighborhoods right next to each other, like this one could be a fucking nightmare, this one could be pretty good, and this one could be all right, and then that one's terrible, whatever the case. But that's kind of how it was out there. Like it kind of depended on, like, Pleasant Hollow is one of them. So like there was a neighborhood I think it was Pleasant. It was either Pleasant Hollow, Pleasant Valley. It's Pleasant something. I remember that because it wasn't pleasant at all.
Right.
And that's how I would remember it in my mind. I was like, why the fuck would they call this Pleasant anything? But it was like one of those neighborhoods like you did not go in that fucking neighborhood.
Right.
Where my neighborhood, on the other hand, it was Park Argonne. Like, you can go through there at fucking midnight. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not anymore. I don't know what it's like now, but whenever I lived out there, that's how it was.
Yeah, no, we were knuckleheads, but I mean, we had like neighborhoods like that too. Like our neighborhood, like we were all a group of friends, and as long as we knew who you were, we were all cool. But then like we went up to the park. The park was in a different neighborhood. So then,
see, that's where it gets sketchy.
Yeah, you kind of had like watch your P's and Q's, and then that neighborhood had their group of kids that were all friends, and
so you guys had gangs.
It wasn't gangs.
What'd you guys call it?
We just kind of repped each other. You know, we repped each other's colors, and you know.
no, it wasn't gangs. We just had turf.
Yeah, we just had turf
and beef.
You know, we'd spill blood if you came. No,
bro.
No, it was never that bad, you know. But it was so crazy how we would try to mimic a lifestyle that
you weren't actually a part of.
That we weren't a part of it,
yeah.
And we're very fortunate that our
what
parents.
Fucking kid doesn't do that though? You know,
That's
to
true.
some extent, every kid tries to do that. Whether you're trying to fucking play like you're a gangster, whatever the case may be, everybody's got their own fucking thing where they put on a front for a minute and they realize that fronting ain't.
Yeah, you know, you couldn't tell me I was a part of G Unit growing up.
Oh yeah.
Did I tell you I found there's a video of me on the internet of me in a G Unit documentary.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a G Unit like unlicensed documentary about G Unit and the influence they had on the culture. And when I first got to Hollywood,
can you show it to me?
It's on Amazon Prime. I don't have Amazon Prime, but
I have Amazon Prime.
If you haven't, I will show you after the yeah. And it's a very skinny young Keith talking about life. And about
boy, and you're like 50 Cent's my hero.
Basically.
For real?
Basically.
You got a flat bill hat on and everything?
I don't have the hat on, but I used to. It was like a style thing that only I did. I used to wear my shirt over my shoulder. So even if I would have a shirt on like this, I would still have another shirt on my shoulder.
Because that's what 50 would do.
Yeah,
he would always take his shirt off.
Yeah.
And throw it over his
I didn't
shoulder.
have that body, so I would just
kind of... So you would just like bring an extra shirt to put over your
I would wear like a tank top with my shirt over my shoulder, whether it was hot, cold, or whatever. And I used to have a G Unit hoodie. And I used to have a G Unit hoodie and a G Unit winter coat. Or not a winter coat, but it's like a New York style. It's like big poofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, but it was like $100 and something. And I remember like I spent that $100 and something just to have this jacket. It said G Unit.
I remember those.
Yeah.
A bunch of people had those.
Yeah, and I used to.
That was the thing though. Like if you were getting G Unit shit, like you had to get everything G Unit. It was the thing. I didn't do that. So you were a G Unit guy.
Yeah, and especially when I went to LA. My first semester in LA, I was at fucking theater school. I was like this tough guy who used to like. I used to come to school and like my fucking tank top and basketball shorts, and I'd be sagging. Yeah, I was very popular.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
Around all these theater kids that we're gonna train Shakespeare today.
You're like,
basically.
Cheer, boy.
Where my script at?
I need a 40.
Yeah, man. It was terrible, man. I used to just how easily influenced. But yeah, I will show you, but there's a documentary. And
the game will fuck 50 Cent up. I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't know. 50 Cent was a Golden Glove boxer.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
He's a bitch.
He's a Golden Glove boxer. He would have put them paws on him.
Nah. Would have handled him.
I wish we could have saw it.
Handled him. So you just told me recently that you stopped watching WWE.
Yes, I did.
Why'd you stop watching WWE?
Ronda Rousey retired. There's no point in me watching anymore. She brought me in, and now we're both leaving together. She's on a baby vacation, which means she's on vacation, but she's also trying to make that baby. So good luck to Ronda Rousey. And yeah, man, I'm out now. The WWE doesn't have it. There's no more entertainment. It was a very sad day. I was very hyped up on WWE, and they still have some cool superstars. Kofi Kingston just won. He's the first world heavyweight champion for as a African American athlete in the WWE. They've never had that before, so
they never had a black guy champ? Mm-mm. Really?
They never had it. He's the first one.
Huh.
Yeah.
Booker T was never champ?
Booker T was like the Universal champ, or not the Universal champ. He was always like
everything but
Intercontinental champ.
Yeah.
But they've never had a black.
Did you see the video of Booker T saying the N word on
Yeah,
oh my
that's
god,
a very.
that's like one of my favorite videos ever.
You know, it's kind of hard for me.
He like lets it slip. He's talking about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, Hogan, we coming for you, nigga."
And then right afterwards, he's like, "Oh shit,
Yeah, I shouldn't have said.
motherfucker."
Yeah, he's like, it's just the way he like breaks character.
You could tell he's like embarrassed.
You know, they bring that up from time to time again. You know, Hulk Hogan like had that. Did you ever hear the racist tape with Hulk Hogan?
I didn't hear it. I heard about it.
It is very harsh, and it sucks because Hulk Hogan was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. You know,
What does he say exactly?
he was talking about from my memory. You know, his daughter was doing a lot of hip hop music.
Yeah. She did like a video of Paul. She had a grill,
Yeah, she had a grill,
and I wanted to punch her in the mouth whenever she had a grill.
And he was, and somehow the topic came up of like, do you think she's hooking up with any of the other rappers, or would you let your daughter date these rappers? And he was like, I would never let her date, you know, the N words. He's like, I would never let them date it, you know, there. And he was basically talking about how black people are just that. He's like, my daughter's too good for that. So yeah, and it was very heartbreaking because it's Hulk Hogan. That was, you know, I used to rip my shirts and body slam my pillow and do the leg drop and all that stuff. And when I would,
Little did you know,
I couldn't date his daughter, but
he wasn't a big fan of you as you were of him.
Yeah, he didn't really care for me. But recently, Booker T does a podcast now,
Okay,
and he had Hulk Hogan.
that dude's actually a pretty like smart dude.
Yeah, he's a
He's actually like he's
very well eloquent on the mic and talented, and he's very thoughtful in his process. And you know, I think he has his own wrestling school where people can go train wrestling and kind of go into that lifestyle. And you know, he's a very smart businessman. But
so he had Hulk Hogan on.
he had Hulk Hogan all talking about that incident, and he kind of like gave him a pass.
Hulk Hogan gave him a pass?
No, like Booker T gave him a pass.
Like as in what?
He was like, you know, I know you're not like that, and you know, I know you, Hulk, and we've always been friends, and you know, you just because that happened doesn't mean you're a racist. It just
so you're
happened.
saying like Booker T like bailed him out almost?
Yeah, like kind of bailed him out. I'm not saying we should crucify Hulk Hogan, and
Right.
people make mistakes. And to be fair, that was a hidden recording.
But it's not something that should just be like, oh well,
Yeah, like when people have especially someone coming from Florida in that environment full of you know, simple-minded, ignorant people. You know, I know when someone growing up, I know when someone called me that term, I knew what they meant behind it, and it wasn't just an accident. That is a real. It hurts and it's piercing, and as a kid that was growing up in between so many different groups, where I wasn't fully accepted by the blacks, but obviously I wasn't fully accepted by the whites. You know, I always had to find my own way and basically become my own individual. That shit hurts. When someone calls you that,
yeah.
it just, especially when they hit that the way they say it with that ER, it hits the soul.
Yeah.
And it's it's a venomous word.
What do you think Booker T's mindset behind saying all that?
I think he's been friends with, you know,
I think that's what I'm thinking too.
I think,
because I agree with what you're saying. Like it's
really,
bro. Oh, it's a lead.
Okay.
Let's see if we can hear my back pop. It's about to pop. I almost got it. Oh, did you hear that?
No.
Oh. It felt fantastic. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. Phone went off. We're back.
All right.
So what do you think? There we go.
Yeah.
What do you think Booker T's mindset is? So you were saying because it's like a longtime friend, so he kind of gives him the mulligan because of that?
I think it's a long time friend. Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah.
And I think it's just that brotherhood of like,
we come from the same.
Yeah, we come. You know, we spilt blood out there in the ring, which they did. You know, and they were all fantastic wrestlers. Obviously, Hulk Hogan's one of the biggest outside of The Rock and other big names. But you know, so he kind of like gave him pass, and I mean, he said some cool things. And it's not like you say that word one time and automatically that's who you are.
You know, it's so weird. I don't know. It's just so weird. Everything you're saying, I agree with. It's just so weird to me, like situations like that, how someone can say something that's so racist in one statement, yet on the second hand have friends that they've had for years and years and years that are African American that completely contradicts what they've said. You know what I mean? It's like it's so weird. Like how can you have both of those? You know?
One thing I know is that people show the true colors behind doors,
right?
And I was very lucky and unlucky in a way. Like when I would become like, I had like multiple families I grew up with.
Sure.
And my friend, one of my close friends, you know, who's a white kid, I would go over to his house a lot, and his dad would have a lot of friends over. Some of his friends were just rednecks, just racist rednecks. But after a while, when they got used to me, they were cool with me.
Yeah, exactly.
And they would kind of still show that they would still be opinionated, but they would be like, Keith, you're one of the good ones.
But I'm not even saying to that. So like, there's that. But think about this. What does so you said it perfectly. Like behind closed doors, people's true colors come out. So Hulk Hogan's true colors came out right with this recording.
I feel like yes.
Okay. So do you think that he thinks the same way about Booker T? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's so weird because I don't think he thinks that way about Booker T.
You know what?
But I do think he thinks that way about majority of African Americans. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you know, it's such a weird. I feel like sometimes with different cultures, different races, obviously, sometimes you don't give someone a pass. You kind of judge them in general.
Yeah,
you always judge them in general. So like, if you're white and one black person has burned you in your life, you're like, all black people like that. And it's such a
then you're prejudiced.
Yeah,
you're prejudging someone,
right? And I think not everyone's like that, but I think
no,
in certain environments, people are like that.
I think people have that to a certain extent, though. I think everybody has that to a certain extent.
Yeah, so you know, I think Hulk Hogan, because when Hulk Hogan was wrestling, that was a predominantly white
absolutely
era.
There's only a couple like Junkyard Dog. Yeah. Like who else you got?
I can't even
exactly name three more.
Yeah, I can't even.
Booker T, Junkyard Dog. Who else? One of the Dudley Boys. Give me another. I just named all three for you. Right. You know what I mean?
So I think that's like a crazy. You know, maybe it's just from the time he's in, but I don't know. I didn't like. It was interesting to listen to, but it was like, it's not like, because Hulk Hogan was totally like apologetic, and he's like, I've learned, and I went to therapy, and I made my apologies. And I think he went to therapy. I think he did like everything like his agent or management team told him to do, but I don't think he totally like reprogrammed his mind.
You don't think it was genuine?
No, because I mean the tape was recorded, like secretly recorded, and that was his feelings.
Yeah,
it's not like he was talking about one individual. He was talking about all black people in general.
Yeah,
my daughter will never date those. You know, she's better. Yeah. And I don't remember the exact tape, because I remember listening to it for like a second and be like, oh, I don't want to hear this anymore. You know, because it's like listening to one of my favorite people, you know. Because it's like watching, God, it's such a strong word, a hero become a villain.
Yeah.
You know, so it just sucks. But it was interesting, and Booker T has an awesome podcast. But I don't know. I don't think he should have bailed him out. I don't think he should bury him. And then it was like, I think 10 years ago.
The only reason that came about is just because the relationship they have. You know, they've known each other for what, like 20 plus years, and they've had the same profession. They've worked side by side together, and like you said, they bled together. You know, all that stuff. So I think that's the factor that plays in there. But I agree with what you said too, as far as like his apology, because I didn't hear his apology or anything.
Yeah,
but just from what I know of the situation, I would imagine that his apology wouldn't be genuine. And that's kind of unfair for me to say, seeing as I didn't hear his apology.
Yeah.
But I feel like something that's deep. That's like a lifelong mentality that you've had.
Yeah. And
you've had that mentality your entire life. You don't just change that in a month or so, because what you meant to say is you're sorry you got caught thinking this way. That's what you meant to say.
And it was crazy to see where his mind was at, because he didn't even call us like African Americans. He still called us Afro Americans, which is a term that was used like back in the 70s.
That doesn't even sound appropriate.
It's not appropriate. I don't think it's like fully racist, but it's like He's like, yeah, and
It doesn't sound good.
I feel bad because I have a lot of Afro-American friends. And it was just like, oh, dude, you say Afro-American? Like, I don't know.
I don't even say that anymore. I'm just like, I got black friends.
Yeah, it's black. I mean, African's cool, but real Africans. You and I know real Africans.
Yeah,
we have real African friends.
Yeah, exactly.
That are African and now American. But yeah, it was crazy to hear him say Afro-American. It's like, oh, and for me, it was like, oh, you're like an old school dude.
Yeah, that's hella old school.
Yeah,
hella old school, and didn't mind. That's the thing, man. He was Hulk Hogan. He didn't have to get out of his ways.
Right.
Like, his ways set the tone. He said what went. So it was cool for him to be in his ways.
And the last thing I'll say about it was weird because he was like justifying it. He's like, I have black people all the time that come up and call me that. And it's like, I don't respond because it's like, I don't want to like offend them. And it was
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah. He was talking about like how people come up and he told some story about he was in Miami and someone's like, Hulk Hogan, my nigga, what's up? And he was like, and then he goes, I was like taken aback. He's like, I couldn't believe he was calling me that word. And, I would never return the favor. It was like the way he was talking about. I was like, oh, you're an old man now. Your time has passed.
Oh, bro, his time passed about 10 years ago.
I know, but
at 15 actually.
God, but when that theme song comes out,
maybe
man,
20.
When his theme song comes up and he rips his shirt, bro, I go crazy when he's, I'm still cheering, man.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave us with this, and this is a Batman quote that you can appreciate.
All right.
Right?
Right.
You either die the hero, or you stay alive too long to become the villain.
Hey, there we go.
That's what happens, right?
Yeah.
He was around too long. Before you know, he was Hulk Hogan, and then now he's that dirty old man that did a porno and then said some racist shit.
Yeah. God. Damn, that is how it is.
That's who he is
Holy
now. That's
shit.
who he is. That's who he is. And the years and years of wrestling will be forever in shadow.
Right.
Because that's what he decided to top it off with. BJ Penn. It's another one. He has a fantastic legacy. Right now, he has a record for the longest losing streak in the UFC.
1-6. And
like, what are we doing?
I can't even,
now it's like not even cool to bring up BJ Penn as one of the pioneers. Because then it's like, yeah, that guy that won't stop fighting. Yeah, it's kind of pathetic.
So let's get into it because I feel like we haven't talked any MMA in a while, man.
We haven't talked MMA in a long time. We just talk shit.
So I only watched the highlights, so I'll admit it. I only watched the highlights of Bellator and UFC. But damn, was it a crazy weekend.
Yeah.
You can start from wherever.
So, you want to start with Bellator or UFC?
We can start with Bellator.
Bellator? Jack Swagger's a piece of shit.
Jack Swagger, here's my thing with it.
How are you proud of yourself?
See, but boxing got away with it. And I feel like Bellator a little bit is trying to copy that mode of you can give in boxing, you can literally feed them, guys that just clocked out at 5 p.m. and Bellator is kind of doing that because they know if he can put together and years down the road he's 9-0, you're gonna be like, holy shit, he's
okay,
this next big heavyweight.
So let's look at it like this. So Jack Swagger gets a soup can, right?
Yes.
That's what he got. He got a fucking soup can.
Yes.
Then he held the choke on too long, right?
I think
he held it too long.
No, he definitely did, but I think that's him bringing in that WWE aspect into it. I really do. I don't think it was malicious.
Yeah, bro, this isn't WWE anymore.
No, it's not. It's
That's
real life.
someone's life.
Exactly. But I'm just saying. But I think he has that mentality. He wants to.
He
wants to be the villain. He wants to be the heel.
All right. Well, give him someone else. Give him Fedor. Fedor's even washed up, but
No,
Fedor will fuck him up.
Fedor, a lot of guys in different weight classes would fuck him up.
He's a heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give him Fedor.
No.
Why? Fedor's washed up. Who else is Fedor going to fight? No one relevant.
No. Give him CM Punk.
We got to give him a heavyweight, bro.
CM Punk can go up.
No, I want him to fight someone that's actually going to beat the fuck out of him.
That's not going to happen. It's the same thing with Greg Hardy right now.
Yeah, that's
Greg Hardy's a fucking scumbag who's fighting in the UFC, who's a heavyweight, and they're gonna keep giving him these fucking.
I know that shit pisses me off so much. Nothing bugs me more than motherfuckers that CM Punk. The same thing, that dude. At least now, is he still fighting? What's he?
He's
doing?
not fighting anymore. I think he's getting into commentary, and I will defend.
Why? Why is he getting into commentary?
Because he's a face, dude. You gotta understand, in this business, in any entertainment business, if you have a name, some credit to your name. You can go anywhere in entertainment.
Here's the thing. I understand that. Like, I get that. The fact that he's a name and he is an entertainment, but he's doing MMA, okay? He's 0-2 in MMA.
Right.
Like, a terrible 0-2
He's an amateur.
MMA.
He's an amateur fighter.
And now he's going to commentate?
By the way, I'm not sure if that's what he's doing. He's not commentating for the UFC.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
no. He's not commentating for the UFC.
Okay. He's
like,
commentating for some other organization.
Yeah, and it might not even be fucking MMA. It might be hockey or something.
Oh, okay. What?
I don't know.
That makes even less sense.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure.
That's actually the analogy I was going to make. I was like, that's like Shaq fucking commentating the NHL playoffs right now.
I mean, hey,
doesn't make sense.
Hey, we all enjoyed Snoop Dogg commentating UFC fights.
I will. Yeah, we do. We do enjoy that.
So be careful.
But he's not an athlete.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? Like, that's an athlete who does one sport. You take him into another sport, and it's like it doesn't translate just because you're an athlete.
Right.
You know.
But that's point proven. He has a name.
Yeah.
So it works.
And I get that point.
Yeah.
I get that point. It's just, I don't know. It just bugs me.
No, watching the highlights was like, oh my god.
Give him Matt Mitrione.
God. Anyone you name in Bellator will destroy him. That has a name of their own.
Yeah. Well, notice that they keep signing new people to fight him.
Well, of course, because they're trying to build them up. Like I said, in boxing, that model works. You can build a boxer up and make him fucking 35-0, and he's fighting literally taxi cab drivers and shit.
Yeah.
That shit works in boxing because you don't see a lot of those fights. All you hear is a record, and you're like, oh shit, he might be somebody.
What about my boy Lima?
Man, Douglas Lima, man. Okay, so Michael Venom Page.
I just want to say I had him winning that fight. I did not have him winning that fight
But wasn't he getting pieced up before that?
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. From what I could tell, I just saw highlights as well. Yeah. But I saw like a little 30-second highlight, and the video that I saw, he was getting pieced up beforehand. Yeah. And then he clipped him with that, what was it, outside leg kick?
Yeah.
Whenever he got heavy on his foot.
Yeah, to his
because Michael Venom Page does that thing where he bounces back and forth, and he hops from his lead leg to his back leg, and you could see Douglas Lima timed it perfectly. Like right whenever he hopped back onto his back leg, he started throwing that lead leg kick, so that way whenever he was shifting forward onto his lead leg, that's whenever the leg kick hit and all of his weight went out from under him.
You expect that from a veteran and a damn good fighter for them to figure someone out.
Oh, they trained that specifically.
Yeah.
Like he trained that specifically.
Yeah.
He knew he was going to end the fight that way.
But that comes from having a great team and someone that's comfortable and understanding that stays in the moment. And Michael Venom Page is such a phenomenal talent, and we've gone back and forth before. I like the flashy, cocky fighters that kind of show off but can produce those finishes that like Michael Venom Page.
I like it too, as long as they get shut up every now and again.
He
got shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and that's what you expect when he goes up in skill level.
Yeah, playing with the big boys.
But damn, that was such a beautiful time sequence, and man, Lima's a real deal. I mean, he's always been that, and his brother fights in the UFC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And phenomenal, great team, and it was kind of satisfying to see Venom Page go out that way. Yeah, if he would have put Lima out, he would have been. He has whatever plan.
It would have been Rory next,
from the fucking Pokeball to the
glove.
To the glove. He always has some antic planned out. So, I mean, I'm kind of curious what he would have did this time, but you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
So, did you watch any? You just saw highlights of the UFC fights?
I saw highlights. I saw highlights, not of every fight, but the main card.
Did you watch that Rose fight, man?
Devastating. I want to see what happened. I didn't see the actual finish, but I read some of the comments online. I know people like, how's that legal? So from what I'm getting, she got spiked on her head.
Yeah, she got slammed on her head.
Yeah. Which is a part of the
fucking
game.
Legal? Yeah, it was perfectly
part
legal.
of the game. That's wrestling.
Yeah. She didn't get spiked directly on her head. If anything, it was like...
Well, this
from what I saw, it was like kind of like maybe here and slightly the back of the head.
But she was out.
Oh, yeah, she was out. Yeah.
I heard it was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another fight where...
It was to an extent. So, like, whenever it initially happened, like, I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but, like, my brother saw it, and he said that he was worried whenever he first saw it. He thought her neck was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that she was knocked out, honestly. I didn't have that scared reaction whenever I saw it. I don't know why. I don't know.
I would have to see it. You know,
Like, seeing the replay, I can see why people like were scared by it, because I mean, it's rough looking for sure. But
you know, I would have to see it and go and to observe it. But watching, you know, knowing that Thug Rose lost, especially I heard she was piecing her up in the
fucking her up.
yeah, you know,
Like landing like 41 strikes to her, like I think it was like 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like she was doubling her strikes for sure.
I mean,
For sure.
that's the beautiful life of MMA. You know, anything's possible, and that's what makes it so great to watch. And you know,
She was using a Kimura trap a lot, so that was actually the second time.
yeah. So
The first time, she went to pick her up and slam her like she had did on the video that you saw.
yeah,
She was using a Kimura trap, so whenever she would go in to pick her up, and she would shoot in for like her single or her double, Rose would put 2-on-1 and straighten out one arm, so that way whenever she picked her up, whenever Andrade picked her up, she could weave in a Kimura.
okay,
So that way whenever she slammed her down, she had that one arm that she had to worry about. So yeah, she's getting taken down, but she's throwing up a submission before she's even getting taken down.
right,
You know? So the first time it worked, and she was like throwing up a Kimura, which she had to defend. She ended up transitioning into an armbar, which she defended that. They both go right back up to their feet, right? So that's how the first one happened. And then the second time, she tried doing the same thing, tried doing a Kimura trap, and this time she just dumped her on her fucking head. And that's all she wrote, man.
Is it weird that I read comments? It was like that can't happen to her, but literally, I just watched it 2 months ago with Ben Askren, and I was like, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Thug Rose, I think, is a phenomenal talent. Obviously, she was a champion. And I think people are going to miss out. You know, I think a lot of people missed out on Thug Rose and just the wonderful spirit that she was. A refreshing
She's still going to
face.
fight, right? She's not
I mean,
done
she
fighting.
doesn't know, but she said she might. She was just like, this might be my last fight, or this might not.
Well, she said that prior to her fight, though.
Well, she said it after, too.
Did
She's
she?
like, I want to do other things. She's like, I'm trying to find the fun in it. But
Dude,
it's not
I
fun.
respect the shit out of Thug Rose no matter what she does. Like, her mentality is insane.
I wish I could have met her. Just when she was fighting here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think she's wonderful, and she was so humble and sweet, and you know, she had that, obviously, that like everyone should love each other, and you know, we don't have to all talk shit. We can just go out there and fight and perform, and
Yeah.
you know, I think it was like refreshing. The softer side of me was, you know.
I love me some Rose. Rose is like one of those people that she can do no wrong in my eyes. Oh. Hey, you cool?
Tell me
you good?
You saw the post fight after Anderson Silva lost. If not, I'm gonna play that for you. When everyone's booing him.
Oh yeah,
And he's taking
I did
that
see
moment
that.
in.
I did see that. What'd you think of that?
That was insane.
What'd you
That
think
was the craziest thing I think I've one of the top things that's so crazy I've ever seen in my life. Just the crowd rabid booing him, and the more he would speak, the louder they would get.
How did Anderson get to talk after? I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
he did.
What did he say?
He apologized to the crowd.
For his leg?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it was real short.
Hmm.
But even then, they were like, they cheered when they brought Anderson on the mic, but they were still so hyped up and booing the other guy that they just kept booing him. But that moment, you know, it was, you know, we talk about like
His reaction, I think, is what spoke the most to me, because I mean, we see that a lot with Brazilians. They boo a lot whenever guys
they
win.
want us to die.
But like the way that he was reacting, I was just like, man, I felt bad for him.
No,
you know? Like,
the way they were booing him. I mean, maybe I haven't watched enough Brazilian UFC events, but the way we'll watch that shit again, dude. Like that shit was insane.
Really?
Yes.
They boo a lot of people like that, though, don't they?
I mean, maybe
You don't
Kobe
think?
Covington,
Yeah.
but I mean the way he received. I mean, obviously they just watch an icon get beat.
Yeah.
You know.
I was just watching his reaction. I just wanted to give the dude a hug.
Man,
I didn't think it was anything out of the ordinary, though.
maybe I don't know. Like the fight's over with. It's not like his fault. It's not like he just fucking illegally knee kicked. You know, Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson just was injured.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unfortunately.
Anderson's just old.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing this for a long time, but he has that love. And, you know, Anderson Silva was the greatest. Phenomenal. I mean, he was doing things that you can dream of.
Test positive though.
Yeah, but his display.
Can't be the greatest if you test positive.
What about John Jones? Man?
Test positive.
How dare you?
Test positive.
You know, John Jones is so petty. He'd show up right now and fuck you up if he could.
He'd probably piss to positive too.
If he ever sees this clip, he's gonna DM you and be like, "You think I?" I don't even want to get into what he would say.
What? What would he say?
He's a psycho. He DMs fans, so we're not even fans. He DMs fucking people.
I don't. Okay, he can DM me. That's fine.
You wouldn't feel a little weird, John Jones messaging you
No,
like, "Hey, pussy."
no. Be like, what up?
If I'm ever in Kansas City, you're fucking dead.
I'll send him my address. I'd gladly take an L from John Jones. Sue the fuck out of him.
Oh,
of course. That money's mine.
Oh,
come on, Johnny. Let's go. Go ahead.
I thought you was
go
talking
ahead.
about just fucking
make my day, motherfucker. Give me a reason.
I thought you were just talking about taking an L from him.
Hell no.
Dude.
Yeah, I'll take an L all right for a mill.
Yeah.
You want to take an L for
Would
a mill?
Really?
Would I sue John Jones if he beat me up? Yes. In a heartbeat.
I mean, but if John Jones beating you up, though, he's not like...
If John Jones beat me up, I don't care what the reason is. I'm suing him.
No, but I'm saying... No, I'm not talking about the reason. I'm talking about, like, the damage.
Would I take an L so that way I could sue John Jones? I mean, not voluntarily. Like, like you're saying if I had the option right now, I was like, all right, look, here's the deal.
No, I'm just talking about, like, you're getting paid that $1 million, but you might have, like, one arm by the end of, by the end of the settlement or something.
I'll probably have one eye.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd probably go blind.
Oh, I'd poke you.
Oh, yeah, he does that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
He has to find range.
No, I would just, like, treat it like it's bear attack, fetal position. Pretend like you're dead.
Yeah. Who else fought before we...
Michael Chandler got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, you know what? For a minute, it looked like an early stoppage, but then you realize, like, he was out. He went to sleep and got woken up.
Yeah, he got knocked out and then woke back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened there. No one expected that to happen. Yeah, past that on the... Jose Aldo fought.
Yeah.
Against that guy's name I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
The V name. But he's good. I like him. I like him a lot. He gave Jose Aldo the business.
I like
Jose Aldo's the gatekeeper.
Yeah, he is. He'll knock out anyone that's not ready, but he'll also
knock out anyone that's not ready.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Anyone that hasn't been at that level,
anyone that's not ready,
he'll knock them out, and other people, he'll get decisioned. What'd you think about the Clay Guida and BJ Penn?
Didn't watch it. Didn't care to.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You live too long. You're the villain. I don't give a fuck about your fights anymore.
I mean, I don't know how boring the fight was, but from the scores, it wasn't like all of BJ Penn's fights. It was 29-28.
No desire to watch it. None.
Do you think that's just in his mind? He's just like a warrior and an MMA fighter. He wants to fight forever, or do you think he's like searching for that last moment?
I don't know. I honestly don't understand why fucking Dana's still signing fights for him. Like, I don't get that. Yeah. Like, is he bringing? He must be bringing in money, obviously, if he's like signing them. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I'm at the point where it's like BJ Penn's fighting. Okay.
Yeah.
So what? I don't care. Like, I didn't watch any of the prelims.
Okay.
BJ Penn was the main event for the prelims.
Okay.
He's fucking old. Was he gonna walk out with his walker?
He's old now, but Clay Guida's just as old too. I mean, I think he got a good matchup.
Here's the thing, though. BJ Penn's been done for a long time.
Well, of course,
he's been very, very done for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just exhausting, man. It's disappointing, really. Right. Could you imagine if he would have retired 3 fights ago? He might have been able to salvage some of his legacy.
Yeah. I mean, he should have been done after the Nick Diaz fight, in my opinion.
Nick?
Yeah. No, like after that fight.
Yeah,
that was the worst he's ever been beaten up.
Yeah. I mean, past that, like, yeah. That's a pretty good time, too, because that was for number 1 contender.
Yeah. Which
you're not number 1 contender anymore. All right, so call good. Fuck out of here.
Right. Nah, it sucks. I don't know when I'll release this episode, but let's just talk this UFC card this weekend. Obviously, we're only going to talk about the 3 fights that we know of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
UFC Rochester. Our Teammates? Can I say teammates?
Yeah.
Can I say teammates? Because I don't fight. My coach, Zach Cummings, will be fighting this weekend. Megan Anderson, a big part of the MMA Glory Gym, and Grant Dawson, all fighting this weekend. Good luck to them. It's gonna be a hell of a weekend. It would be so nice to all Glory competitors go out there and just take those W's. And I hope Zach gets knockout and brings home a bonus. I think that'd be nice. But any thoughts on those fights?
I'm excited to see them.
Yeah,
that much, obviously.
I mean, Grant just fought 2 months ago.
Hey, he looked fantastic.
Yeah, he looks like a world beater. And hopefully,
that motherfucker's about to go on a fucking. He's about to go.
Yeah,
he's gonna be going for a while. Like that dude, he's gonna. I see that guy fighting. Like he'll probably. I'm willing to bet.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? May. I bet he'll fight a total of. I don't know. I want to say 5.
5 times in a year,
maybe.
That's a lot.
I think he'll
man.
fight 4 times. I think he'll fight 4 times. I'll go with
Cowboy
4.
numbers.
I think he'll go with 4.
That's Cowboy numbers.
Might fight with 4. I mean, he signed. Literally, it was a week later.
Yeah,
and he's like signing a contract for another.
Hey, if he can stay healthy, he's young.
I think he's gonna stay on that train.
Dominating.
Like if he gets this dub, yeah, he's gonna stay on the train for sure. Choo choo.
Yeah, I don't know him that well. I've been around him a couple times, but
you got to think about it, dude. Like he was fucking. So put yourself in this mindset. Dude's the king of Kansas City, essentially, at least at 45. You know, pro fighter. Like,
right.
I mean, he calls himself the king too. And what?
Nothing.
Oh, and yeah, he goes on Contender Series, dominates, gets his contract. Then he's suspended for a fucking year and a half.
Right.
Can't fight at all. Not even for the UFC, but period.
Right.
The itch is real. The itch is super real.
Good for him.
Especially when the UFC is like what you've been climbing for. Yeah. You get there, and right when you get there, they're like, boom, trapdoor.
Right.
Go back 12 spaces.
That's amazing, man. It's a great story, and it's nice.
The dude's foaming from the mouth.
Hey, he's showing it, too. When he goes out there, he's put, I mean, it was his... He just dominate his last opponent, like 30-27.
Yeah.
You know, so great. Megan's fighting again.
Yep.
You know, it's nice to see that division.
No toe pokes.
Yeah, is this the first 45 fight for that division since Cyborg and
Probably.
Yeah, so man, hopefully
it's a very, very light division.
It is, you know, so I hope Megan go out there and really dominate and keep building that division. Because I mean, it's essentially what she's doing. She's helping that division grow.
Yeah.
Because she's a name.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also a talented fighter, and hopefully she goes out there and puts on a performance. And, you know, I don't want her to get the bonus. Well, there can be 2 bonuses, right? Fight of the night and all that.
Well,
knockout.
No, they don't do knockout. It's performance.
Performance, okay.
They do 2 performance of the night, and then they do fight of the night.
Okay, so, no, I take that back. I want 2 of the 3 fighters to get performance of the night. Obviously, one needs to be Zach, and then the other 2, you know, toss up.
Chances are, if you get a performance of the night, you're going to get a fight of the night.
Right.
Well, not always, actually. Not always.
Yeah.
But sometimes they go hand in hand.
But yeah. And then Zach's fighting.
Yes.
So if he can get that knockout. You know.
Was he fighting? Was it a black dude?
That's right. And for people that don't know.
According to Keith.
Zach, typically, when he goes against a black opponent.
Is it typically or is it every time?
No, it's not, I mean, I don't know his whole career.
We double checked? Oh,
Zach's fought like fucking 50 times already. So I don't know if that's like every time, but normally he submits everyone else. And then when he fights a black person, he tries
what do you mean about everybody else?
Brazilian, Chinese, fucking. He submits them.
Everyone but black people.
That's
black
right.
people, he just knocks them out.
That's right. So we'll see. It's weird. Nah, it's not. Zach's such a wonderful individual, and he's giving me a job, him and Matt, so I appreciate him.
Alrighty. We got the fights this weekend, guys. Alright, we got anything else before we roll out of here?
Nah, just good luck to the Glory competitors, and hopefully they come back healthy and ready to come back and fight.
Yeah, and one right afterwards.
Yeah, and man, so excited for this card this weekend. I will watch this card. I'm actually going to get that free trial for ESPN Plus, just for it.
Yeah, you keep trying to fucking mooch off my free shit. Like, bro, that's what I got
it
you
doesn't
for.
make sense. If you're not using it, why not let me use it?
Mine's actually not free anymore.
Oh, yeah, I'm out then.
Either way, we out this bitch. Love, peace, chicken grease, guys.
All right, bye.